Hi, I'm Gil. This is Burkland Gardens. Today we're getting right into fall, and I want to give you a little nursery tour. When I get here in the morning, what I typically do, the routine that I might have. So we're right at the entrance where you drive into the nursery, and there's parking off. It's not designated parking. Sometimes there's some confusion, but it's usually, as long as you're not blocking anybody, I don't make anybody move. So there's plenty of places to park. Normally I get here around 10 o'clock or so. So I have better than banker's hours, and I set my own schedule, and I just do whatever's in front of me. I have an idea what I'm going to do, but there's always something to do, and I just try to accomplish something for the day. So let's walk through the nursery, and I'll show you what this area behind me and the next area we're going to show off to my left are areas that were completely empty 2 months ago, and the plants were under irrigation and getting watered on a regular basis. Now with the winter and the fall rains coming, I don't have to worry about that so much, and I've moved things closer up to the front. So we have this one area staged with there's some empty spots. I've been selling a few things with the conifers, and there's a nice stair step little bench there with trees on it and trees in the front, and then of course the barn behind, and there's a concrete patio there, and I've staged plants there. There's, in a very shady area, there's camellias and other things too. So I have other things besides conifers. I do like the maples, and I carry a few things, but mainly the rare and unusual conifers is what we have. So this is an area, I park right in this area right here, and I get out of my car, and then I don't know where our dog Cali went, but she's off doing things, and she usually is hanging with me most of the day unless the weather is really too hot or too cold. So she likes it just perfect, kind of like me. But you'll see a variety of plants behind me. I've got some hemlocks and mountain hemlocks and Canadian hemlocks, and some different spruces and golden smoke bushes. So just trying to do a little variety. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I have these. I don't even promote them that much, but they're cedar boxes built by a local company, and they've been doing it for 40, 50 years. It's a family company, and I really like them. They'll weather out somewhat and get more gray, but you can also apply more finish to them. One off to the right is what they'll look like, and they'll just last for a long time. I've had them last 20, 25 years, so I've been dealing with them for quite a long time. So yeah, this area again was completely emptied out a couple months ago, and now I've taken the opportunity also, as I clear out my large mat that's under irrigation, to weed the containers and also shift them up to different size. So we really had a good growing season this year, and my 1 gallon plants that were in 2 gallon that I put in 2 gallon size this spring have completely filled out, and they're ready to shift up to 5 gallons. So we had an excellent growing season this year here in Mount Vernon, Washington. So just a variety of mostly conifers. I keep some of my maples in this area as well, and I don't promote the maples. I like to have them around to look at too. So part of what I have here I enjoy looking at, but essentially everything's for sale except for just a very few things. So let's move to a different area, and I'll talk about what I've been doing lately. So we just made a little stop before we hit the main area, and these are pre-bonsai type plants. We've got maples and pines, and there's even a ginkgo back here. So I'm going to a sale for the Puget Sound Bonsai Association, and it's down at the University of Washington, and I think it's the second Saturday in November. From 12 to 3, and I'll be a vendor down there this year. And you don't have to be a member to go to the sale. Anyone can attend and buy plants and pots, tools as well. Anyway, I just wanted to show that a little bit. These were selected by someone that volunteers here from time to time. And she's a gal that loves bonsai, and she went through my nursery and picked out some material that I can take to the sale that she thought might have some interest from other bonsai enthusiast. So this area here, I've got a little box built on the mat. This is under the irrigation part. This was full of plants, full of conifers, and I've been taking them over to my potting area, making sure that they're weeded out and that. So usually what I'm doing, these are 2-gallon size, and I'm gonna fill my cart up. There's a nice little last weeping cedar called Glaucopendula. Last weeping cedars are, I have a lot of favorite trees, but it is one of my favorite trees. This one's called, it's a Japanese red pine called Vibrant. You can see weeds that are growing in there. I'll be taking care of all those here in just a little bit. That's a eastern white pine called Louis. Really a nice gold. Another Vibrant. Not sure. This is a tree they had growing in the ground. Doesn't look great, but we'll do a little evaluation. Here's a variegated Japanese red pine. You can see it's called Pinus densiflora. It's Caesarinis variegated. There's a little bit of gold going on in the center of that needle, really nice. Another Vibrant. Vibrant is really nice. It has doesn't have a gold tone to it, but it has a nice light tone. As the name implies, it has a glowing type of a look to it. So we're going to gather a few of these up and then take them over to the potting area and show you what I do with them. I'm going to show you what I've been doing over here in the potting area, and I'm almost out of my potting media, which is medium bark is what I use, and I have quite a bit of perlite available and some pumice, and I'll use that in my mix as well, and it's certainly good. But I've been filling up these 1-gallon containers, and I'm doing a lot of them because I'm creating a place I'm going to be shifting up liners, the first year grafts, from this size to this size, so I can just pull these out, pop the new liner in there, and it's ready to go out and either put in the greenhouse or to put out in the field. And these even those new liners can be left in the field. They're perfectly fine. So the golds are starting to pop. We're right in front of all the golds, so there's a number of gold mugos here. I have a little gold star. There's a few little gold stars. And then Lairhide. It's a nice bright golden mugo pine. So that's a really nice one. And then also this is a Carson's Winter Gold. See a little difference in the tone, and the growth rate might be slightly different. So I'm holding in my hand a type of spruce, Picea bicolor, Howell's dwarf tiger tail. The needles are multicolored. It's kind of silver and bluish. Then there's some green on a tree that's leaderless, so it's going to have some interesting form to it. So you can decide it's slightly irregular. So this plant was a 1-gallon size not long ago. It's going to be shifted up, in a really quick fashion, because what I do is like knock this off. We're going to do discovery together. I have not looked at this. We'll see what we have going here. And so it's essentially fully rooted in. It's got fibrous roots around the side, lots of nice white roots. That's what I'm always looking for, particularly these will harden off and the growth will just slow down quite a bit throughout the winter to almost nothing, but they do put on some growth, both top growth and root growth during the winter. So do a little bit of roughing up of these roots, not a lot. It's not like super tight. I just want to loosen that up a little bit. And this will get shifted up to a 5-gallon size. And I don't know if it'll be ready next year or not, but it could be very close. So that's what I have been doing the last few weeks, is shifting up plants. It also gives me an opportunity. We'll look at this here. It's not my best, but you can see weeds growing in there, and I also this opportunity to get weeds out of the plants. These are birch trees that seed themselves around. I always get those out of there. Weeds, clover, anything that's growing that I don't want there, that's in competition with the plant, I clean all that up. Clean them up, get the roots ready to go, and get them shifted up to the next size up. So I do, I don't always have a plan coming to the nursery, but there's always things to do. So as long as I accomplish something, I'm pretty happy. So we've been doing some cleanup around the nursery as well. So getting rid of things that aren't needed, just things that aren't used around here. So that's what we're doing these days, and I hope you enjoy just looking at what we have available, even though I didn't name a lot of things, and what I might be doing any given day. And just if you get the opportunity, I have lots of time to visit with people. So if you get a time to visit, come to the nursery. I would love to have you visit, and I've been offering really good discounts over the last year, and that's going to continue on until I just can't do it anymore. So I'm not planning on closing. I had mentioned that before, but we're just I might scale back quite a bit and go for smaller plants, but we'll keep the nursery open, and I've made a lot of friends, and it's just really an enjoyable time in my retirement years. So until next time, see you soon. Bye.